the round 2 video, and I know exactly what you guys are thinking. As always, nice and early. Just like last time, at the time of this recording, not a single game has started. Also, as you noticed, I got every single prediction right in my last video. There is not a single new logo on screen. So with that being said, let's get into it. I think we're gonna start off with the East. Yeah, it's still the East, and then the West as we get through it. Since it's only round 2, much less to talk about from last time. So we get into Detroit versus Cavs right away. I'm not gonna lie, in this series, I am like the most confident out of like every series we got in round 2 that this is the one that goes to 7 games. Why? Because both of their last series went to 7 games, and it was against teams I thought they would get done with like quick, like very fast, probably like 5 to 6 games, and they both were kind of choking at some point. So, I don't know. I think how this series might go is that Pistons win their first 2. Then Cavs win 1, Pistons win 1 at Cavs home court, but then Cavs go on like a 2-0 run, and then that's how, to go back and forth from there. However, I do got Pistons edging out this one over Cavs. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. I really just believe in Cade. Cade has been the best player throughout the Eastern Conference as of so far, and it showed throughout that first series, averaging 2 points versus Orlando Magic. And Tobias Harris last game looked fucking crazy. I actually trust the duo of Cade and Tobias over DM and Harden. Now, with Mitchell, I'm trusting him for consistency all the time, but Harden, you never know. He's kind of streaky. He does find a way to get points, even if he's having a bad game. Fucking his last game, he had fucking 3 field goals, fucking 15 fucking free throws. That guy's fucking stupid, but I don't know. I mean, they're going to have some trouble with Evan Mobley on the defense. He was former DPOY last year. And again, it's going to be a tricky series. Going to be a very good series. But yeah, I got Cavs making it to Eastern Conference Finals. We get to Knicks and 76ers, man. Bro, that game 1 today was fucking crazy. Jalen Brunson, 35 fucking points in 3 quarters. Apparently Knicks had a crazy shooting night tonight. They had like about a 40-point fucking win. Now listen, that doesn't mean everything, because in reality, 76ers also got blown out their first game to Boston, and they made the 3-1 comeback, which, for the record, Boston, sell your fucking franchise, they'll fucking suck! Anyways, yeah, no, crazy ass fucking series about Philly, but I'm not gonna lie to you, bro, Joel looked hurt as is in that series. I mean, he was crazy game 7 versus Boston. He pulls up in game 1, and he had a shitter tonight. If they don't have a healthy end, because they needed Embiid, who is at least at 50% to beat Boston. If he can't maintain about that level, they have no chance versus these Knicks. I trust Brunson for multiple years in playoffs. Brunson at one point or another looked to be the best player in the Eastern Conference himself during playoffs. It's just like I said, I gave Cade the best player for the East right now, based off that first series. But again, Brunson's off to a great start this series. 35 fucking points off of like 60% field goal range or whatever he shot. It was insane. And yeah, one of the best leaders in the league. I just trust him to be more consistent than Joel Embiid. It's just health. Health is where Joel is really scary to rely on. And without Embiid, there's really no help for 76ers. So I gotta take Knicks. Moving on to the West, man. So let me tell y'all something. First off, shout out Lakers. Very impressive. Shout out Bron especially. It's extremely impressive for the shit that he's pulling at his age still. But I'm gonna tell y'all a funny story, man. The last time OKC versus Lakers was when Lakers were on their hottest run of the season. They were, I forget what it was, but they were winning like 9 of their last like 11 games or something like that. Luka was on debatably his best stretch of his career, averaging like 40 points for a fucking month. And they were looking the best they have, again, just all year. They had a game coming up with OKC. My buddy, who's a Lakers fan, I told him how this is their most important game of the year. If they can win this and they can compete with OKC, that says a lot for their journey into playoffs. And I was hyping this game up to him so fucking much. We get in a call. We watch this game together. Future Mattel here, adding more context towards the story. So we get in the game, we watch the game together, and I think it was first quarter. First quarter, I think OKC makes a run where they're up like 10, and Lakers are at fucking like 3 or something like that. And right away, my boy called it. He was talking about, oh yeah, I've seen enough. We are losing by 40 points. I'm like, bro, what do you mean? The game just started. Give it some time. They actually did lose by 40 points, and they lost Luka and AR to injuries in the exact same game. He watched the rest of that fucking game damn near dead silent, strapped to his chair, didn't move, didn't leave, just stayed there, watch. I think he was too damn traumatized to do anything else. Buddy, that's the fucking type of shit where you don't go to school the next fucking day. I don't give a fuck if he's black. Everybody's still fucking dying. Love it, Chris. But yeah, so with that being said, and I'm taking OKC to win the series. Listen, man, I'm sorry, Lakers. Very impressive shit y'all did against Rockets. But, bro, it's just Bron and AR. You need playoff Luka to have any fucking shot versus OKC. OKC's not even fully healthy. They're fucking missing J-Dub. The Lakers are missing fucking Luka. Luka's one of the few players in the whole league that can swing a series by himself when he's playing on fire. But without him, even if Bron's playing out of his mind, there's no shot, man. With SGA, with Chet, that whole team's amazing together. They're looking the strongest they have probably in their entire franchise fucking history. You just gotta favor OKC. Consensus is best team in the NBA versus the injured Lakers. It's gonna be no issue for them. I think Lakers' ceiling is one game. I think they honestly probably get swept, unfortunately. Can they steal a game? That's the real question, is can they steal a game? Maybe they can, but again, their ceiling is one. If they get 2 wins, I like 2 wins with no Luka for these Lakers would be a success in itself. That's a win to me. All right, that's a win to me. But yeah, no. OKC won this one. Not much more to be said. Wolves versus Spurs. I want these Nuggets assassinated. Shout out to the Wolves. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Ant's playing hurt. But the thing is with this series is, my God, it comes back to injuries, bro. Ant is playing off one fucking leg. And Wemby is just Wemby. Every single time that guy falls to the ground, I get scared. Because he was hurt his first 2 years. And he was sort of playing hurt this year. He was on minutes restriction the entire time. I think it's over for either one of these teams if their stars continue to get hurt. I gotta say, for Spurs, it's more likely because Wemby would be naturally overall more injury prone than Ant. But if these teams, I'm taking them at their healthiest, so hopefully not including injuries, at their healthiest, I gotta say, I think it's the Spurs year. These Spurs have been looking so fucking good this year, and they've impressed me by far the most out of any other team in the league. Perhaps Boston is up there with, them missing JT and shit, but look where that got them. I got them fucking nowhere, so fuck Boston. That aside, Spurs, man, even if you count that fucking missing JT shit, Spurs have been doing it, like, bro, they had fucking, in the past couple of years, they had, 27 wins and 34 last year, I believe. Bro, this year they were at 60 fucking 2, only a couple wins behind fucking OKC. Or maybe it was 62, it was 60. Again, no script for these videos, y'all. No notes, whatever. I just speak out my mind. But yeah, no, man, they had an insane year. And even while on minutes restriction, Wemby was the leader of all of it. Unanimous DPOY, and even though he's not averaging 30 points a game yet, his offense is still fucking there. When he's on, you can't do nothing about it. Wemby had a fucking terrible game today. Awful fucking game today. What did he shoot today? 5 for fucking 17. He shot 20-9%, bro. And Spurs still lost by only a 1-possession game. I'm not worried whatsoever, man. Wemby should hopefully never play that bad again. By the way, I guess shout out to Rudy Gobert, man. Like, I gotta give the Wolves their fucking flowers, bro. I was telling my boy today, the Wolves are just like my Warriors. They will never be a top fucking highly seeded team, but whenever they're just in a spot to make playoffs, they are a problem, and they can give any team a run for their money when they're playing like they are. It's crazy, like, very impressive shit. And I shout out to Ant, bro, coming back so early. I thought he rushed himself, but hey, he looked pretty good out there. He didn't have a crazy game, but he had a good game, which is fucking saying a lot. But no, that being said, I don't see them beating Spurs. This series might go to 7, bro, because like it was close as fuck the entire game today. I didn't expect things to be this close. The Wolves always impress me, bro. Even when I think they're gonna lose, whatever, they just always impress me. But no, I gotta give it to Spurs overall. I got Spurs in maybe 6. I just really hope they can just bounce back, bro. When Wemby plays like we expect him to play, I think it shouldn't be close because of how talented this squad is overall. But I said that, but Wolves will still find a way to make it close. Either or, I just see them getting it done. So I'm going with Spurs. On to the conference finals for both sides. We're gonna go East first. Now Detroit versus Knicks, man. This is gonna be a really good matchup. Detroit versus Knicks was insane. Like, what was it? Was it last year or 2 years ago? I believe it was last year. Whenever it fucking was. It was a really good series. And I'm pretty sure Knicks won that series off kind of a controversial call. I think they won it in like 6 or whatever at Detroit, I believe. Oh, man, it was wild. That was a good fucking series. I can't wait to have part 2 of that again. But overall, I'm going to still side with Knicks. I got Knicks going to the finals. I believe that Jalen Brunson is a better leader than Cade overall. I believe he can get his guys maybe more involved than Cade can. And I think when they're both on fire, Jalen Brunson low-key the better player because of how clutch he is. I mean, Cade is so fucking clutch too, man. So maybe that's wrong to say this year. Maybe Cade even has the better stats in the clutch. But to me, like, Jalen Brunson is just 101. Like, man, Cade and Brunson are both 101s, man. But, like, I'm going to side with him more. The extra playoff experience might show in this series. So that's why I'm going to side with Knicks. I got Knicks going to the finals. And we got OKC versus Spurs. Oh, the hardest decision of this video. OKC's a good team. But listen, bro, when we compare the health, they are still missing J-Dub. And I'm pretty sure J-Dub is out for the entirety of playoffs, in my opinion. And I think they will need all hands on deck to beat these Spurs. So just for that, I got Spurs winning it. I got Spurs winning it over OKC in 7 games. Again, a war of a series. Oh, but like, this team is the only team to dominate OKC in the season. I don't see that happening in playoffs, because playoffs is just different basketball. OKC gonna be way more competitive. You know, it's just different levels of play. Every series gets more competitive than you think in playoffs. So I don't think they'll dominate them like they did in the season. But again, that could happen for a couple games. I trust Spurs to make finals this year. I trust Spurs to stop OKC. Very, very, very fucking close. I trust Victor to win that conference MVP. And I also got Brunson winning probably conference MVP. And that's going to be a bloodbath, bro. But no, this is my final series. I'm officially predicting a Spurs-Knicks final for 2026. And out of this series, it's going to kill me to say, but you got to give Spurs the win over here over these Knicks. Even though these Knicks got so much experience over these Spurs, and so does OKC. Champions, they got much more experience over these Spurs. I just really believe in this Spurs squad, bro. I don't make these picks, you know, over heavy favorites to be interesting or whatever. Like, this is just generally what I think. Wemby, bro, for Wemby to win a ring and a finals MVP, potentially his first year being actually healthy for the most part, would be fucking insane. It would actually like mark the start of the Wemby era, and I'm so ready for this, bro. I'm a huge one. Like, I like Brunson way more than I like Wemby, but I'm a huge Wemby supporter. I think he's gonna grow to be even greater and do great things, and this year could be the start of it. Well, I'm gonna be rooting for Knicks, but it's gonna be an interesting series, bro. Unfortunately, though, it's not gonna be as competitive as it would be with OKC. Spurs could probably get out Knicks in like 6 max, I think. I just think they're that much better, bro. But no, but Knicks have been dominant in their series, man. Okay, ultimately, we gotta wait and see. But as of now, I got Spurs winning this finals. And that's it for this video. Y'all, Twitch and Discord server link in the description. We talk sports there all the time. Love y'all. Take care. Later.